options. And here, after we've talked a lot about how healthy cannabis is for your body, I want you to meet Dani Fontaine, a young and amazing woman from Colorado who has a couple of companies. One is Colorado Hemp Project, and one is, I think, Nature Roots. She'll tell you all about it. She has amazing CBD from hemp products. She has a clean, wonderful product in Colorado. I begged for her to come with me here, and she's done so under her own speed and dime to talk to you in Hawaii about hemp. Please welcome Dani Fontaine.
If not, that's okay. I'll wait. I'll go talk right now.
And I'll find everything.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi.
You good?
Hello? Okay, there we go. I'm a little clumsy sometimes. How is everybody? Good. I'm here to talk about industrial hemp just for a little bit. Constance nailed it on all of the amazing stuff that she does, and now I'm here to tell you a little bit about me and what I do and why I'm out here in Hawaii. I started a business out in Colorado. That's where I'm from. It's called Colorado Hemp Project. We were the first hemp farmers since the Prohibition. We were able to land the first hemp farm out in Colorado, and since then have done hemp every year. So we started it out there, and I went to Tennessee and planted, as well as Jamaica's first hemp crop we also planted. So I'm out here to hopefully plant your guys' hemp crops as well. That's my goal. We have had some amazing things come about being in the industry and with the amazing plant that we work with and everything that it's going towards. Some things about it, industrial hemp is the best phytoremediator known to man. It definitely cleans the soil as well as cleans the radiation from above us. It's kind of a power plant in all aspects of life. Everything from the soil that it cleans to our body that it heals. It's just kind of our best friend if we would all actually realize that and live by it actually. So CBD is created in the plant, and that is one of the compounds that I am legally able to sell over 50 state lines. It's not the number one resource in my eyes. I feel like using the whole plant is the best thing, because why take one compound out of a full spectrum plant and think that it's going to be the best thing for you? You need the whole plant in order to heal your body, from the inside out. I have a couple of things that I brought up here. My computer died, so I wasn't able to show you any awesome pictures like yesterday, so I brought some props. If you guys want to, I'm going to pass it around and look at it. This stuff is curd right here from our field. You can make with this stuff, you can build houses, build streets, you can build houses, you can build car panels, you can do any type of binding, any type of, like oil binder or, glue binder. That stuff is amazing for. Here's a couple retted fibers. This is a process that it's gone through one time, and you can turn this stuff into textile clothing. Anything textile that we wear, that we sit on, that you put in cars, anything textile, you can make from that second round of stuff. And then I have the amazing seed, which I'm going to pass two parts of it around. You have this seed that is shelled, and then you have the de-hulled seed, which is hemp hearts. Hemp also produces an amazing food. That's a perfect 3-to-1 ratio of protein and omega for our body. That's why I like to consider a whole plant health instead of just THC and CBD, because a lot of people are neglecting the fact that it provides a perfect omega and perfect protein for our body, which we all really need and which we all really lack. People that are taking fish oils for omega-3 you can get the exact same perfect omega protein right here in the hemp seed with just one little, you know, basically it's like a tablespoon is what they like to refer to a day as your serving. So it's really an amazing plant with that. You can cold press oil it, you can do hemp hearts. It's just the best thing in the world. I don't know how much time we have left. I'm kind of, how much time do we have left? 10 minutes, okay. So I'll go on to talking about one of my companies that I started off with, Colorado Hemp Project. We started a company called Nature's Root, and it is a body care product line. It's all hemp-based. We're actually opening up the first hemp spa in the world, I think it is, in Colorado. Everything is hemp-based, all of the body care products. You can get CBD-infused massages and facials and everything along those lines, so it's just like an ultra-healing place. Off of that, we have hempies also. It's all CBD tinctures and capsules. No THC in it at all. So we're able to send it across state lines, and we've had amazing success with epilepsy, autism, ADHD, cancer. I actually met a woman on the beach 2 or 3 days ago. She had Lyme disease, and I gave her a tincture, and she went and had her time and wrote me back the next day and said she's never felt so much relief in her life. So Lyme disease is one that we're also counting on, which is awesome. There's just so many, like, it's just a power plant. I mean, it just kind of heals every part of you. I mean, people are like, what is this for? What can it help you with? It really can help pretty much every aspect of your life, just depending on the way that we consume it and or the way that we ingest it with, you know, concentrates or just food products. We have cannabinoid receptors in our body. So the more we ingest it and the more we wear it and the more we're around it, the better and healthier we will be as people as well as our planet. So that's part of that. I don't know really what else to say because I don't have my computer to guide me. But my son wanted me to tell everybody that hemp will save the planet. And he also wanted me to tell you that hemp is the best thing for this world. Yeah, so that's all I've got. We're going to go into questions right now with Constance so we can answer questions. I'm much better with questions anyways, especially when I don't have my guide to guide me up on the screen.
Let them know they can come right here and ask a question.
And if you want to come up, you can come up on this microphone right here and ask a question. I guess this is where they want you to go. If you have any questions at all.
When it comes to smoking the vapor, I'm pretty sure it's like made with butane, and I was wondering if there's any research showing the side effects of ingesting the butane.
Okay, so some vape pens, many vape pens are made with the butane process, and it's an ongoing debate. It depends upon how pure you want your process to be. We believe there's pretty significant evidence that butane can be harmful over long term. If you are dealing with a completely responsible producer who uses only the cleanest possible and calibrates that machine to the best possible, I think that you're going to be fine for a few experiences with that vape pen. But when you're actually ingesting or using for long term, I think it's much, much better to go to a non-propylene glycol, non-butane product. We make ours with ethanol. Say that, Dani?
I agree with her. There's definitely testing that you can get on BHO products to where it can show you that there's 0 ppm residuals left in it. Still, in my own opinion, I'm like an ethanol extract person. I just prefer the more natural extracts without having any chemicals in it at all. If you're trying to heal your body, I don't know why you're trying to put anything fake in it in the end anyways. So especially with edibles as well, why are we having sweet edibles with cannabis in it? It just doesn't make any sense.
Hello, my name is Paul Miner, like major, minor chord, Paul Miner, and I was using cannabis. I was former president of Americans for Safe Access, Oahu, Unfortunately, August 23rd, everybody take your baby aspirin. I got a major stroke and it wiped me out. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, and then they said, okay, you can go home. I realized I wasn't ready to go home, so I walked back to the Colorado Medical Center and admitted myself for another 3 weeks. And now I was at a care home from October until January 1st. Now I'm at another care home now. So what I'd like to know is, what can you tell me about cannabis orally? I'm not smoking anything for a stroke.
Okay, so Ohio State University professor several years back, again trying to prove how bad cannabis was for the brain, showed he is a big, huge fan for stroke, for trauma, for brain injury. He says bathe the brain in THC immediately after the trauma and for 2 weeks following, and that he sees an expectation of potentially 60% of the damage resolving from that alone. Now going forward, after the stroke has taken place, there's different issues involved, and we believe that both THC and CBD can be extraordinarily helpful for that. We would only use proper medical grade vaping and direct ingestion for those kind of conditions.
Again, I would have to agree with her. She's kind of nailing it all right on the dot. So I think for strokes, I've worked with patients for about 8.5 years, a wide variety of just every issue you could ever imagine. In cannabis, a nice ratio of both the THC and the CBD is what's going to work best for people that have any type of ailment, including a stroke. But you need both. It's a combination. It's a whole plant healing. It's not doing just a high dose of THC and some CBD. It's literally a perfect ratio between the two that we would need to find specifically to fit your body, because everybody's body is different. So the way that you ingest cannabis is I'm going to be completely different. So your dosing is going to be different from my dosing. So we would have to sit down and go through a whole just planning you out and making sure that it would be the proper dosing for you specifically to hit every problem that you have. And that's what I love about cannabis, is you can customize it per person. It's very customizable. Some people need a lot of THC, some people need some CBD, some people need a nice ratio of both. But when you have a really serious issue, you need both, period. Just is what it is. Oh, hold on, we got 2 questions right here.
Yes, I just want to know the difference between the therapeutic quality of CBD from hemp versus the cannabis flower.
So you have high ratio. His question was, what's the difference between the industrial hemp plant and the CBD ratio, like a CBD plant? It's just one plant. I just want to make that clear. It's a cannabis sativa plant. The way that it's been bred throughout our whole life and the areas that it's grown picks up different characteristics of the plant. The CBD, the way that we grow CBD industrially, industrial hemp, we grow it for fiber uses and for seed uses. We do have CBD crops that are specifically grown in certain types of soil and or indoor greenhouses for ingestible uses. There's definitely a process that you can get to where it goes and it is, after you go through an extraction, it's a a flash chromatography process where it goes and it completely crystallizes to its purest form of CBD. So at that point you can use outdoor industrial, but really if you're going for CBD purposes, you really kind of want to focus it on that type of crop versus growing it like an industrial crop. It wouldn't produce the same, you won't get the same quality of medicine. It's kind of like a different crop.
It's a subject near and dear to my heart because there's very few ethical hemp CBD producers. Dani's one of them, that's why I invited her here with me. We believe that medicinal products should come from the cannabis flower because the trichomes are substantially different both in quality and quantity than they are anywhere else on that plant. So we use only the flower, where the whole plant. People in cannabis misuse the term whole plant, and they talk about it as if you're stuffing, leaves, fiber, and buds all into a juicer. That's whole plant. Well, no, in fact, whole plant means that you're using all of the bioactive components that exist in the best expression, which is from the flower only. Another question? 2 minutes. We got time for one more.
You're talking about the high quality vape pen. What makes a high quality vape pen? Temperature.
So first of all, what makes a high quality vape pen? Truth in advertising and truth in labeling. Let's go there first. Let's look at a glass cartridge instead of a plastic one. Let's look at a titanium coil or a convection oven instead of conduction, where the oil touches the metal. Over time, that metal, even if it's titanium, will break down. So when you buy your vape pen from your good, high-quality manufacturer, you don't take the cheap garbage that's being offered you to entice you to buy their products. You buy your own good tool. And you buy the little parts that are titanium in the middle that you can put in there when you see that it's being worn down by the heat. You take care of yourself the way you should be if you care about it enough to be using cannabinoid therapeutics. Bongs. So that's right. I would love that day. I tried hard to find a US-made product completely of glass that could do everything we need it to do. But we're moving into an era. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to our website, please, during the next few months, and you're going to see some very exciting developments. That's at constantcbd.com, and Dani is at...
I have a couple websites. It's coloradohempproject.com, naturesroot.com, and hempease.com. You can get links on all three of them. They kind of all just rotate with each other. So, yeah, there's one more question with us.
I was wondering if there's any devices out there that will allow you to test the CBD or THC in the plants.
Yes, so it's a pretty personal, it's a pretty large investment for personal use. If you get a group of people together, it would make much more sense. You can get a gas chromatograph or an HPLC, high pressure liquid testing system, and they test perfectly for you.
I'm sorry, you guys, that were shoving us off. So come see us. We're at the front in that corner. All right, Constant CBD and Dani Fontaine. Come talk with us.